Hello friends, you are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get updated news of things happening around you. If this is your first time of visiting this channel, I would like and encourage you to subscribe so that you get updated news as soon as we publish them. The president's wife, Aisha Buhari, is a woman of remarkable skill and courage when it comes to making tough calls. On several occasions since her husband became a civilian president in 2015, she had spoken out critically on issues about her husband's administration that only a few people around Mr. President would dare to whisper about, even in their closets. In one such instances that went viral in the media, her outburst was about an alleged cabal that was seemingly running the presidency on behalf of the president. She was quoted to have said her votes were 15.4 million in the last elections, and after that, only for us to be dominated by 2 people. This is totally unacceptable. If 15.4 million people can bring in a government and only for the government to be dominated by 2 people or 3 people, where are the men of Nigeria? So when on Friday, May 24th, 2019, Mrs. Buhari shared a curious but instructive video on her Twitter handle at Aisha Buhari of a controversial South African politician, Julius Malema, advising the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa about the kind of people to avoid in his government in order to be successful in his leadership of the Rainbow Nation. Many who have followed Madam Buhari's style of public communication know she was sending a coded but incisive message. Malema in the video said, "We hope that you are going to be a president of a corrupt-free government. There are people who thrive through patronizing presidents. They tell you all you want to hear. As a result, you are unable to make informed decisions because you surround yourself with praise singers and yes men and yes women. You need someone who is going to be honest with you. The position you occupy needs someone who is going to be honest with you, because those who failed in the past were told many at times that they were right, even when they were wrong. Even when the Constitutional Court told them you are wrong, those around them kept on telling them you are right, and that's why they got it wrong," Malema posited. Although the admonition was meant for the South African president, Malema have spoken the mind of Mrs. Buhari, as those words may have echoed her inner thoughts concerning her husband, especially as he begins another term of office. Many observers of political leadership in Nigeria have also raised similar concerns, either openly or in the comfort of their private spaces, as they believe that the unusual pitfalls of leadership arise when a leader is bereft of advisors of character, courage, and integrity. To be successful in public office, a leader must have the courage to recruit subordinates who are bold enough to tell them the truth, engage and debate with him objectively in order to help him avoid destructive missteps. The president's wife understands the maxim that leadership is a serious business that is sustained by trust and evaluated by its level of responsibility and responsiveness, and thus she has begun the agenda setting for the new government of her husband on the way to go, so as to ensure an enhanced positive impact on the populace. Many commentators have said that all eyes will be on this new government to see how it will purge itself of noticeable baggage of the previous one, especially as President Buhari has promised to improve on the overall image and performance of government in this new dispensation. And because of the urgency to turn around the fortunes of the nation, the passion, apprehension, and interest of many Nigerians to see that the pitfalls of the past were avoided have become very palpable. This had led to citizens' agitation, just like Madam Aisha is doing, to assist the president get it right. For instance, a group, Ibom Integrity and Servant Leadership Culture Initiative, has cautioned Buhari to avoid appointing into his government characters with known corruption allegations or propensity, especially those are currently under the radar of the Economic and Financial Crisis Commission, EFCC. In a widely publicized petition it made to the president against Senator Akpabio, the senator representing Ikot-Ekpene Senatorial District of Akwa Ibom State, the group cited alleged pending corruption charges by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and propensity for mischief, treachery, flippancy, pettiness, and mindless profligacy, as the group warned that appointing him or any other person with corruption charges ministered will be counterproductive, a moral burden and a mockery of anti-corruption war by a government. According to the group's letter to the president, Akpabio's uncommon profligacy in public office as governor in Akwa Ibom State is well known in the political circles. He is irredeemably corrupt. Billions of Akwa Ibom funds were recklessly and dubiously converted into personal wealth, so much so that his corruption case with the EFCC has the potential of exploding into national embarrassment and credibility questions for your government. Should he be made a minister, we wish to remind you of your famous words that if we don't kill corruption, corruption will kill us. The group had asserted that it believes in Mr. President's leadership philosophy that it's rooted in integrity, transparency, and servant leadership, and we believe it is incumbent on us to help our leader achieve an enhanced performance in his second and final term of office as president of our great nation. Critical as these views are, it is difficult to fault the argument on account of the EFCC corruption case they alluded to in the petition. It is apparently that no court of law has acquitted the senator of the multi-billion naira corruption charges thrown against him by the anti-graft agency, so including him or any other person who is still under EFCC investigation as in Buhari's new government, as the group suggested, would amount to an own goal against the government integrity-wise. And I believe the president wouldn't want that. Beyond appointment of a new cabinet, President Buhari should, as a matter of deliberate policy, ensure that justice, equity, and fairness are the driving forces of his new government. Many had accused him of nepotism and insensitivity to Nigeria's ethnic and religious diversities in his first term, especially as regards public service appointments. There is a lot of divisiveness, intolerance, and animosity across the land as a result of this desperation of some political interests and tendencies. And the only way to ensure that peace and unity sweep through the nation is to transparently adhere to the principles of the federal character, which promotes inclusiveness, fairness, and balance. Just as a chieftain of the ruling party and former member of House of Representatives, Victor Ogene, stated in his recent work, it is already a consensus among the people that Nigeria needs healing. There is an urgent need to rebuild trust among the people. For them to have faith in your leadership, this trust building must begin with your choice of cabinet through consultations, listening to the people in order to appreciate their unique challenges, wishes, and aspirations, which will in turn guide the policy thrust of your government. By carrying the people along, giving them a sense of belonging and working for their common good, you will be strengthening their belief in democracy and its uplifting principles that make the people the bedrock of democratic practice, Ogene argued. President Buhari and the new government stand a chance of making history by leaving Nigeria better than they met it in this new term, should they take deliberate steps to avoid traps of inanities of political patronage. Hello guys, there's something I will want to ask. If really this government has integrity, or if they have displayed a level of integrity even in their doings, in their dealings in governance, I would like you to put down your comments, because as far as Nigerians are concerned, this administration does not have integrity whatsoever. Their chairman has said it, that once you join their party, your sins are forgiven. And the group coming from Akwa Ibom, APC group in Akwa Ibom, saying all of these things to Akpabio, I'm sure this allegations or these allegation cases they are talking about didn't just start after the election. It has been even when Akpabio was in PDP. Then why is it that they didn't see that when he defected immediately to APC? Because people were saying it that time all over the place that this guy has some cases that he needs to answer with the EFCC, but they all denied it, and everybody knows about it. Even the president is aware. The president cannot say he's not aware of these allegations and all of that. And it's like the APC group in Akwa Ibom, they've perceived that the government might want to compensate Akpabio with a ministerial job, and that's why this group are coming out to say no, this man does not have this kind of integrity. And what baffles me is that even PDP themselves, they've not really brought Akpabio down to this level, so they are not all sincere. So when you talk of integrity, as far as we are concerned with this government, they do not have it at all. They try to cover themselves up. Corruption or the integrity they talk about is something that you cannot see. They just say it. You don't say it. You need to display it, just like Aisha has displayed, even in her own way. Everybody might not want to agree with her, but let us give it to her. For her to even say some things, because if she had not said those things, we wouldn't have even known. But now that it's coming from her, everybody, most people in the APC, they can't argue it. But I didn't mean it came from somebody else. They will be telling you all sorts of things. So guys, I would like you to put down your comments if you really agree with what I've said. And if you don't really agree with what I've said, or you have what you need to contribute, I would like you to put your comments down below and let's learn together. Thank you very much. Bye.